This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Wowie zowie. We're here another week. And let's be honest, Grace just took a giant shit.
Yeah, I did. Otherwise, this podcast might have gone very different.
I really wish. Okay, we're about to hit rolling, and she's like, I gotta go.
When it hits you and you realize that you're going to try and sit for 40 minutes and talk about probably shitting, farting, or body behavior at some point, you realize that you got to take care of business before you handle other business.
I would have loved it.
I appreciate you accommodating me.
Oh my of course. I mean, you're lucky that we had an air freshener spill in here right before you came.
That might have been what triggered it.
Really?
Honestly.
Because you smelled
It might have been my body smelling a bathroom deodorant and being like, we gotta go, actually.
That sounds like something a scientist with too much money would get a grant for.
Yeah.
To be like, we're going to see if this elicits a reaction in your butthole. No, I totally get it, because this morning was one of those terrible combos of walking beans with my coffee, and then like at the furthest point we're going to go is when it was like, it was like the bullet dropped into the...
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, this kid's ready. It's like when...
The kids need to be dropped off at the pool, but we're miles from the pool.
Yes. Or even like when you see like water slide videos and the kid is hanging. Yeah. And just waiting for the okay from the lifeguard that they're ready to drop. That's what it felt like.
And then you have the tiniest dog with the tiniest legs to make it back.
No, she's so sweet. I picked her up 3 blocks from here, and I just speed walked back.
There you go. Clench.
Avoiding eye contact with any fellow dog owner to be like, she'll fight your dog.
Like, stay away. Give me a clear path.
Speaking of though, it is so fucking hot right now. How has Goose been with walks?
Oh, it's been terrible because
so sad.
Her schedule for going on
her iCal.
Yeah. Well, her only routine that she really has is going for a walk in the middle of the day at between like noon and 2, and so that's
she's like the intermittent fasting of walking.
Yeah, well, it's because she is aggressive around dogs, so that's the time of day where there's the least amount of people out in my neighborhood.
God.
So she hasn't gone. We've gone out, but like for the smallest walks of all time. I feel so bad that she's like not really getting a lot of exercise, but she's also getting so much older. Like I think she's actually going a little deaf, which is so sad and cute and sad.
I think Beans could use some reading glasses.
Yeah. She's been staring at her Kindle really weirdly lately. She's had a really hard time. I just keep looking at the weather app and being like, after Friday, it'll be better, and we'll go on longer ones and you'll be a lot better. But it's, no matter what, she doesn't understand that I just sit there and I audibly give her an entire monologue of why it's so hot out and that's why we're not going right now. And she doesn't get it.
They're just so sad. Like, I've been picking Beans up and then dropping her on shady stretches. Yeah. Just, for her feet or whatnot. And she just looks at me like,
what are we doing?
When did I offend you, ma'am? Why is our relationship so volatile now? I feel so bad. And then she when she pants too.
Oh yeah. Goose is like,
it's crazy looking.
It sounds like she is suffering. Like it looks, that's the other part too, is that she's loving it. Her tail's going nuts out there. Yeah. But anyone driving by is like, what the hell is that girl doing with her poor dog? This is awful.
A little drama queen too, because Beans will just be like looking at you like
frozen.
I couldn't possibly move, and then she hears another dog and it's like, let's rock. I'm like, it's like me being like, I just don't have energy to get work done. I'm gonna, you want to go get a drink? Come up.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't possibly dedicate any time to this. I'll watch 12 hours straight of the Kids Bake Off show. Yeah.
Okay, just so you know, I've watched 3 episodes and I know exactly what you meant.
Yeah, isn't it lovely? And the end is always sad.
Okay. Well.
And the host.
What is up with this host?
Who
is it? Have you Googled him?
I haven't Googled. I think he must be a comic or a children's presenter or something in the UK, because they all seem to know him, and I guess he's probably been a staple of this program. I guess this is all easily Googleable, but I haven't done it.
We didn't do the research. We're just getting vibes.
I haven't done it too because we're not finished with it yet. And
you don't
so
want to
I don't want spoilers. Because what happens in it is that the kids that you're watching in the first few episodes, that's heat A. Then there's heat B with new kids, and then they bring the two heats together to compete. So
why is there a March Madness?
There's a billion episodes, and I didn't like it at first because I got, introduced to all these kids, and by episode 6, it's like, here's the new group, and I was like, no, I want heat A to keep going.
That's crazy. Do you think it's just because they need to give the kids a break?
Yeah, I think so.
It's truly like, hey guys, in British law, kids can only compete on a show for 6 weeks straight or something.
But it blows my mind that they're even competing like this, because they say that they do the technical challenges in the morning and then they do the showstoppers the same day in the afternoon.
I'm exhausted.
And they've been competing every single day. Like, they'll talk about how they did it yesterday and then the next day, and I'm like, the stamina, yes, they're children, but their stamina is blowing me away.
I think it absolutely is. Like, we're going to get 6 episodes back to maybe like one day off in the middle. Yeah. So like for 1 week, and then we legally have to give these kids a break because like they are...
It's crazy.
Going to town in there.
And, you hear about the adult version that the tent itself is so hot all the time that I'm like, these kids must be suffering. But I am blown away at how good they are.
Oh, I was going to say the opposite.
Oh, well, they're children. So there is that. But that's my favorite part, though. And I don't want to spoil it. This isn't really a spoiler because it's already happened a little bit in the show. Especially Heat B, these kids are dropping shit constantly on the floor, picking it right back up, putting it in the fridge, and serving it. And that's my favorite part, is that they make these kids carry their little trays.
They're heavy.
Yeah, and put them in fridges and freezers that are way above with no stools for them to like stand up on. And they're constantly... It is so fun and funny how many times they drop their shit on the floor.
I wish they made the kitchens tinier. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, do it to scale for these little guys.
I wonder if they do. It doesn't seem like it.
Well, anyway, I'm having a fun time watching it, but I understand that I like at one point I was watching it, and I love it when Noel Fielding and what's his face are doing bits, and like some people don't like that. I love it because it's very much my humor.
Yes.
But this guy, I was watching it by myself last night alone, and I went, enough with the bits.
And it only becomes more and more, and that's when you realize
he
that
was like wrestling a dog puppet. And fell into a table like we were at WrestleMania, covered with bread, and pretended to be.
Well, the best part too is that in Heat B, you can see the children actually can't stand him, and every time he comes around to their table, there's this one girl that's fantastic. She's just like, please get away from me.
Yes.
And she's trying to be, she's like the youngest one too.
Yes.
And she's just, every time he comes around, she's like, you're odd.
You're odd. I did notice on an episode last night, one of the little girls just goes, what are you even carrying on about? Which is just such a British child thing to say. I was like, that was so mature sounding. Like, you just schooled him.
One of the little girls, the one that doesn't like him, she at one point's like waiting for her thing to prove, and she's just like, how much do you get paid for this?
No,
you
really?
don't do anything. It's so, I love that they kept it in. Yeah, the kids are very sassy.
I love it. Well, I know there's like an interesting dance of like when I was doing Tiny Food Fight. Yeah. Where literally you have your little like secret headpiece, your little earwig, and they'll be like, go in there and ask like how they think they're gonna do, and you're like, I am watching this person sweat, try not to curse, maybe look like they're about to cry, and you want me to go in there and like jab the bear when they're like making French fries in a thimble over a candle?
They're constantly bothering the kids at the worst times, and that's what I've been screaming at the recent episodes. I'm like, leave them alone, let them bake, let them get it done.
Well, in his defense, with these bits, I didn't tell you, but when we shot the Tiny Food Fight pilot, when we shot the pilot, there was a whole thing that we spent like an hour doing that never made it, which I did not approve. Yeah, in creative. And then the morning of, I was like, wait, we're doing what? I'm in the makeup chair, and the produce and like someone from props comes in and it's like, can I measure your thumb? And I was like, huh?
For what?
What's going on? And she goes, for the tiny wig. I go, I'm sorry. Sorry. What? And then Kate, my wonderful producer, comes in and goes, yeah, we thought it'd be funny if like you had a tiny Mamrie thumb and that went in there because it was a tiny kitchen, and like asked them how they were doing. I was like, like as a character, as myself. They were like, yeah, do a voice or something. I was like, what? So my thumb gets like a smiley face drawn on it, a tiny red wig, and all of a sudden I'm having an out-of-body experience as I'm going in and being like, what you doing with that chicken pot pie now there? I was just like, I have like a voice. I only do redneck or this. Is this what you want? And then I've got sent the pilot and I was like, didn't make the cut. Yeah. I'm quite happy. I heard no one laugh for 45 minutes.
Yeah, the only bit of integrity I had left went in the garbage with that bit. So thank you for putting me through that. We all love the sun this time of year, but when it comes to protecting our skin from it, that's a whole other story. Some sunscreens leave you feeling sticky or greasy after applying, but thanks to Native sunscreen, you get both face and body protection that's lightweight and doesn't leave you feeling sticky or greasy. Leave sticky and greasy for the good stuff like Cinnabons or something. With Native, you get broad spectrum SPF 30 mineral sunscreens that don't leave heavy greasy sunscreen feels. Native offers lightweight, non-greasy formulas that are easy to spread and blend seamlessly on all skin tones, leaving a matte finish with 0 streaks. And you can get the scents of summer like coconut and pineapple, rosé, or for those with sensitive skin, you can try the unscented. All Native sunscreens are made from plant and mineral-based ingredients like naturally derived non-nano zinc oxide. Woohoo! Native has your back and face and body with these formulas. Native's face sunscreen is made with avocado oil, and their body sunscreen contains vitamin E. Just like Native products that are eco-friendly, Native sunscreen is Hawaiian compliant, so their formulas are free of oxybenzoene and octinoxate, which makes them super island friendly. Protect your skin with Native's mineral-based sunscreens. Go to nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or use promo code TMGW20 at checkout to get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or use promo code TMGW20 at checkout for 20% off your first order. nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or promo code TMGW20.
Bombas' mission is simple. Make the most comfortable clothes ever and match every item sold with an equal item donated. So, when you buy Bombas, you're also giving to someone in need. Bombas designs their socks, shirts, and underwear to be the clothes you can't wait to put on every day. Y'all, when I tell you that Bombas is a treat for your feet, I love them so much, I dare you to find any other socks on Chip Morgan, because everything they make is so soft, seamless, tagless, and cozy. There's a pair of Bombas for everything you do, too. Like maybe performance Bomba if you are going for a hike. There's a pair of Bomba socks for everything you do. They come in tons of options like comfy performance styles made with sweat wicking yarns. Yeah, science, you guys, so your feet aren't stanking on that hike. Your feet are staying cool while the rest of you works up a sweat. Bomba's no-show socks are designed for comfort while being specially engineered to never fall down. So let your ankles be free to soak up that sunlight. Plus, they've got t-shirts, they've got underwear, they've got everything you need to stay comfy, look good, and also feel good because you are helping someone in need every time you buy from them. Because what's the most requested clothing item at homeless shelters? Socks, underwear, and t-shirts, okay? So that's why Bombas donates one for every item you buy, and so far they've donated over 50 million items of essential clothing. So if you want the most comfortable socks in the whole dang world, go to bombas.com/TMGW and use code TMGW for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/TMGW and use code TMGW at checkout. Bombas.com/TMGW, code TMGW. I am telling you, these socks are the bomb.
However, speaking of tiny wigs,
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago, I was cleaning out my shoe closet. Looks like a hurricane came.
Yeah.
Like I
mine too.
never stack them. I throw them. I mean,
Same.
they're crazy.
Yeah.
But I was looking up at the top of the closet to find a. I knew I had one photo album and I wanted to do that teenage dirtbag trend on Reels.
I know. This is what blows my mind. I have no photos of myself as a teenager, and I keep looking at everyone doing them, being like, "So you guys just save those photos, huh?"
Well, I bet they're in something in like your
And my
mom's
mom's
attic.
house. I know. I don't have access to any of it right now.
That was just like the one thing I've had in a friggin' box.
Yeah.
Along with like all my notebooks that are so embarrassing.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't journal. I to-do list
Yeah.
and goal list.
Yeah.
Grace, if I told you that I had 4 notebooks where every to-do this week was don't drink, lose weight. I flipped it.
What year are these from?
This is like, I don't know, like 2009 or something, 2010, because I'm on the subway a lot, and I'm like, both show at UCB, bartend on Wednesday.
Okay.
Try to make $100. Well, like everything is just like me budgeting, and then like everything down to the T. But every like goals this week is like, drink less for the love of God. I'm like, wow, things really change. But so that photo album, I was looking deep into the closet, and I like jumped. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I thought there was like a creature. It was a tiny Ariana Grande wig I had bought for Beans and forgot about.
Oh, amazing.
It's the high pony.
I mean, that's still like applicable.
I need to do a photo shoot, but I was still like, only me would think be scared it's a rat. Turns out, no, it's a tiny wig for my dog.
But I also love, because I do the same thing with these old notebooks, that it's like, I'll keep these. I shouldn't throw these away. I want to see these to-do lists later and see how far I've come.
No, but I kept some, but there was one that was so sad I threw it away. Like, I like the ones that are like, going through and it's like, here's some ideas for sketches. Here's a blah, blah, blah. Or like, I remember I had one week where I was like really excited because it was like, you're going to go write for Cooking Channel, and then you're going to go drop off this audition, and it felt very like New Year, and then you have a callback for that, and I was like, okay, this I love, but not when it's just like, you bitch.
Just
try to not get so drunk this week.
Oh, well,
what?
Speaking of your goals, aren't you doing a cleanse?
Girl.
What's going on with that?
Let me know if I just blacked out for the last 20 minutes, because this girl is crazy.
I saw your Instagram story on it. One, I was like, man, that's a great idea. I always forget that those kinds of things exist when I'm feeling like an actual trash bucket.
Yeah, well, it's not a non-spawn, and it is like, it is a pricey cleanse. Like, I got it gifted to me. Like, I slid into DMs.
Nice.
Like a million years ago, and then never did it. And then I was just kind of like, all right, Chip is out of town for a couple days. It's too hot to leave the house next week.
Yeah.
Might as well, like, this would be the time to do it, because I'm honest, I was not tempted to like go out and have dinner with anyone. Like, I didn't leave the house.
Also, like, all the warnings on all the Nextdoor apps and stuff in LA are just like, do not use any appliances, like, to try and save energy and the temperature in your house.
So this was cool because it's all curated for you, and it's like smoothies and lattes and broth that you can add like certain vegetables to.
Okay.
And but it's all like essentially forms of liquid.
Yeah.
There's one thing in the morning that they call super porridge that's like ground nuts and this and that you add water to, or like non-dairy, non-sweetened milk. But I haven't like chewed in like 4.5 days.
How long is the whole thing?
Well, today is the 5th day, but I'm 1,000% going out to dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe 4 days. That's a long amount of time to just do liquids, I think.
Well, the thing is there's so many options in there. Like, I could do this cleanse again with what's left over.
Oh,
like,
cool.
I did not go through all this stuff every day. There was too many things. But I'm like, oh man, I didn't realize how much I love crunchy
texture.
Because I'd be like, oh, can't wait. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna make my zucchini coins slightly thicker for this broth day, and it felt like a treat. Like, I went and got like an herbal iced tea, my passion iced tea from Starbucks yesterday, and I was like, look at this bad girl. I'm drinking an herbal, unsweetened, like this. Seltzer is like the first thing I've had that like has anything artificial in it.
Wow.
In like 5 days.
Good for you.
So I felt like crazy for a minute, and I was like, is this just, am I just not used to feeling power from nutrition? Like, am I just constantly weighing myself down that like, I felt like I like took a Limitless pill.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds great. I've heard, that's the most positive effect that a cleanse can have. You just have great energy.
It's great, but I am gonna, I don't know if the point of a cleanse is to get to the 10-yard line, throw the ball, and walk to the snack stand, which is what I'm going like, you know what? At the strike of 5, that's considered time off. Immediate cheese plate and a bottle of wine.
Oh, Oh, I was going to say, what is the first thing?
Oh, I don't even know. Like, my mouth is itching. Like, my mouth is itching. I can't wait. Oh, my God. But I have another story about mouths.
Okay.
Long story short, though, cleanse was great. I think you'd feel good doing it. But, like, also, like, I wasn't, contrary to what I was just saying about my years of to-do lists, I wasn't, like, doing it to lose weight. I just needed to, like,
energy.
I just feel like I've just been, like, partying by myself.
Yeah, no, same. That's when I saw it on your stories, I was like, what a great idea. Because I just feel like I don't have the motivation to go like look up and put together like a list of the things that are better for my body. Like I'd rather someone have done it for me, hand it to me, and I just follow their directions.
It was fantastic. Okay, but so today it hasn't kicked in yet.
Okay.
Went and got Botox.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say you took an edible. I was like, either one of these is spicy.
I haven't eaten in 5 days, but I'm on weed gummies.
I was like, wow, that honestly would probably be wild.
Also, just sidebar, you guys, I did a very healthy, well-curated thing. Please don't come to me on Twitter telling me that it's bad to do cleanses. Okay, just had to say that. This is something.
I know. Nothing.
I just had to say nothing's safe.
Everything that you could possibly do for yourself will be criticized and ultimately destroyed by a stranger.
So I feel good. So carry on.
Okay.
But anyway, so I got Botox today.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I'm on my way there and I realized I got there early. I had like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it was at 12:20 and I got there thinking it was 12. So I'm just looking around like what's in the little like shopping center and I see there's a Sugarfish, which for you guys listening, that's like a kind of popular sushi place
it's delicious.
And yeah, it's like really high end, all that good stuff. However, and Chip loves it.
Yeah.
But we never go there because they have like a cucumber roll for me.
Oh, yeah. They don't have a ton of choices.
Which is like fine, but it's one of those things where you go to dinner and Chip would be like, I'm eating like a king.
Yeah.
And it looks like I'm like tossing my edamame at you.
Here's
like,
my trash. Good luck.
Exactly. So I text Chip and I'm like, hey, babe, there's a Sugarfish right here. Okay, I realize this is the most LA sentence I've ever voice to texted.
Yep.
Okay. I was like, hey, babe, there's a Sugarfish right by my Botox place. Do you want me to get you a to go because I'm still on liquids till dinner?
Oh my God.
And I was like, who am I? I was like, what is that sentence?
Yep. Sometimes out here you have those moments where the things that you're up to really catch up with you.
I was like, what have I become? But,
and it's authentic. And nothing about that was a lie.
No, totally true. But so anyway, I go in and I always go early because I'm like, you got to numb me.
Yes.
You got to put the numbing
I've
cream
been there
on
with
me.
you before, yes.
But you don't get numb, do you?
No, because now the place, I'm actually going on Friday, and the place that
you guys, this is who we are now.
Hey, we've said it before, we'll say it again. The place that I go to, it's so fast that I
went to the same place in Pasadena.
Oh, yeah, great. I'm in and out in less than 10 minutes. That it's like, I prefer that experience.
But 10 minutes of pain.
It's not pain. It's literally like 2 minutes of pain. You know, and then it's like boop, 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 boop on your forehead, and then I'm out of there.
See,
because I don't, the small talk, I've gotten just my,
but they come in, they smear your face, they say, we'll come back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, see, I'm just like, I love to be in and out.
Okay.
I'll tolerate it.
You heard it here first. However, it's interesting. I think I have like a low threshold for pain.
No shit.
Wait, is this a known thing? Is this a known thing?
Every story that you've told about Botox, you preface it with, I'm a pussy, guys, and I have to explain to the esthetician that, like, I need more than you think a person needs.
Yeah. No, it's like when someone goes in for something and they're like, I need a stronger epidural. I'm used to drugs. You know, I go in there and I'm like, I need more. But no, I've started saying, I go in and I say, I'm a Botox baby because I said pussy once. And the front desk girl was like,
You're like, oh, I forgot that this is a sophisticated place.
Sorry. So anyway, I go in there and I'm like, hi, I'm here early.
Yeah.
Because I need to get numbed the heck up, right? They're like, okay. So they take me in there. They smear your forehead, which is like a white paste. Like it doesn't rub in. So they smear all of it with the white paste, right?
Yeah.
You can feel it like tingle a little bit. And then the doctor, whatever, comes in and is like, okay, and what are we thinking? Same as last time?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then she leaves. And then the nurse comes in, again, checking, and I like point to something. Oh, no, it's when the doctor was there. I like point. I was like, yeah, I mean, however, last time we did it, I think it could be more here. Like I know what the fuck I'm doing. I was just basically like, I don't want to smile and my eyebrows look like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. No, it is, you learn to be very specific because otherwise, they don't know. They don't live with your face the rest of the time after they're done poking you.
Where all of a sudden you're like, I just have one long wrinkle. I just look like a confused cartoon cat.
Because mine, I have like this scar over one of my eyebrows. So it's like not totally noticeable, but sometimes after like a couple weeks after I've had it, like the one eyebrow goes up way differently than the other eyebrow.
We can't be having that. We can't be having it. But so anyway, so I'm like showing her like where last time it wasn't good. And then she leaves. And then and she's like, I'll be back in 10 minutes so you can keep numbing.
Yeah.
10 minutes in, my left half of my mouth starts going numb and my tongue. And I realized I touched my forehead and then somehow like itched my mouth.
Oh no.
So I'm sitting there. Already anxiety is coursing through my body because like we said, low threshold of pain. I'm also haven't had any food. My super porridge isn't keeping me weighted down. So I'm going, oh no. And then it starts giving me anxiety. And then it's truly kicked in. And like that side. And so then I'm fully like, I took a video of it, of me talking to the camera to put on Patreon.
Okay, great.
So I'm like, oh no. They like left and I was Mamrie. They're coming back and I'm Drew Barrymore.
Like, this woman has already told us what we've done wrong last time, and
she showed up 30 minutes early,
and she's got raw fish sitting in the corner of the room right now.
No, actually. So anyway, they come in and they do it, and I'm like so focused on
being normal in the mouth,
on talking normal that I can't even. I'm like, oh, that feels about right. I'm like a ventriloquism dummy. As I feel like I just left the dentist. I didn't know if I was drooling.
That's what I was going to say. You probably, it'd be like, ma'am, are you swallowing your tongue right now?
Well, because I naturally flinch a little, but I was like, can they tell that now, when you're standing over someone, they're not just going like this. Ooh, they're going, ooh.
And it's a woman whose entire job is looking at faces.
She kept going, are you okay? And I just said, yeah. We're fine. But so anyway, so I leave. I settle up at the front. I'm fully slurring. Luckily, it only lasted like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Like by the time I got home, it was just a little bit, but I like avoided seeing it because I wanted him to hear it on this podcast. But so anyway, so now I'm like, my whole head has red dots all over it, like I'm in a motion capture thing, and I'm slurring, and I now have to go into a completely packed sugarfish to be like, I'm here for the Postmates pickup.
That is insane.
I mean, I had no idea. I mean, I dabbed it the tiniest bit, and then it was like, and I was probably like, whatever. I got it in my fucking mouth.
Well, it works.
It worked, man.
God, that is so funny. But do you wear a hat when you leave?
See, I meant to bring a hat and I forgot. And they were like, actually, it's good you don't. Like, just leave it.
That's the last time I went, I had a beanie because I look for whatever, my skin's really sensitive. So it really shows all of the red marks after they do it. Which is also why I like to just get in and get out right to my car. But I like was putting a beanie on as I was paying, and she ran out. She's like, "Don't put that. How tight is that beanie?"
Really?
Yeah, because they don't want any like tight pressure.
Well,
on it.
as I was leaving and paying up front, I was like, "Oh, and now I get to go in looking like this to Sugarfish." Actually, I was more like, "And now I get to go from Sugarfish." And she was like, "Oh, don't worry. That bar is full of people with red dots on their head."
Oh, that
like
makes sense.
It's right by it, so it makes sense that if you were working at that, you're like, "Yeah, I work at the Sugarfish." Which one? The one where everyone just got Botox?
Where everyone is either about to get Botox or just did.
Oh, man.
Well, I can't wait to go in on Friday, and I'll just be like, my friend came in here the other day, and you guys numbed her mouth. He wants a refund.
I mean, it was kind of fun. Like if I'd been at home, I would have been like, "This is hilarious." But there, I was freaking the fuck out. So anyway,
insane. Well, looks great. You look
Thank
great
you.
now.
Our next sponsor of TMGW is none other than Athletic Greens. You guys, I started taking AG1 because they sent us product to see if, we liked it, because Grace and I like to test things before we give you guys all those discounts. And I am living for it. I love a smoothie. I love a green juice, but sometimes I don't love going to the store and paying a mortgage payment just to get my vitamins. Well, AG1 has been a perfect substitution that has helped my bank account, because actually when it's all said and done, it's only about $3 a day, less than a cold brew for you to take 1 scoop of AG, and you're getting 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced ingredients, probiotics, that's key, and adaptogens that are going to help start your day right, okay? This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and drumroll, please, aging. Okay, 1 little scoop. I put it in water and take it down the hatch. I put it in like a berry smoothie, because sometimes people will be like, "Oh, put spinach in your smoothie," and I'm like, "What?" But this like delicate powder you're putting in there with a scoop of AG1 is a perfect substitute. It's lifestyle friendly, so whether you are currently keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free, it works for you. And it contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, and no nasty chemicals or artificial everything. It is going to change your life. It has over 7,000 5-star reviews, and it's recommended by professional athletes and trusted by leading health experts such as Tim Ferriss and Michael Gervais. Not Ricky Gervais, Michael Gervais. So right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. And they're really easy to travel with. So next time I'm on tour, you know they are going in my bag to keep me healthy. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Oh, those are so convenient. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/TMGW. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/TMGW to take ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Rothy's could be your new everyday shoe obsession. I know I am obsessed with them. Their shoes give you that right out of the box comfort, and they come in amazing styles and colorways, and you can wash them in your washer and dryer. Do you hear me? Wash them. Where all my stinky, smelly feet people at? Woo woo! It's easy to see why millions of people wear Rothy's shoes every single day. You may have heard of the point and the flat from Rothy's, but they also make insanely comfortable sneakers, loafers, ankle boots, and more. I actually have a pair of their loafers in the color Portobello. Ooh! But they also make incredible designs, patterns. Everything just looks very nice and sophisticated. Their wide variety of styles are great for summer and fall, so you never have to worry about getting brand new shoes each season. The best part is everything Rothy's makes is better for the planet. They've repurposed millions of single-use plastic bottles into their signature thread that goes in every single one of their products. So go check them out. I highly, highly recommend. Plus they have all kinds of like giraffe and leopard print options too, which that's my absolute favorite. Step up your shoes and accessories this summer and get ready to be asked, are those Rothy's? Plus, get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/weird. That's Rothys, ROTHYS.com/weird. My other big question today is what the hell is going on with the "Don't Worry, Darling" stuff. I have been oblivious to all of this until this morning, where I fully educated myself.
You didn't even know the Miss Flo and stuff?
No, I mean, maybe I had heard a little bit about it, but I wasn't really paying much attention to what that was actually in context to. And I saw you tweeting about it and some other people, and I was like, what is everyone going off about right now? Well, I thought it was like a bachelorette thing.
Well, okay, I'll explain it real quick as to not be redundant for you guys who are caught up. But essentially,
it's wild.
Essentially, like back when they were casting and in production, Shia LaBeouf was supposed to be the Harry Styles part, and then basically Olivia Wilde said she fired him because all those allegations had come out about him, and she wanted Florence to be comfortable on set.
Yeah.
But then Shia LaBeouf just recently was like, that's bullshit. Like, you didn't fire me. You begged me to come work for you. And the video is Olivia being like, we think we can make this work. Maybe it'll be a little wake up call for Miss Flo. Basically being like, no, please come back to this movie, even though Florence is uncomfortable. Like, it was it was just one of those things where I was like, it was like receipts on a Real Housewives to where he was like, actually, no, bitch, save that video. Here you are begging for me to come back on set.
So I mean, everyone's just recording each other all the time.
You gotta do it. But so anyway, in addition to that, I think, and then they put Harry Styles in there, and then apparently he might have gotten paid more than her. I'm not sure.
And he and Olivia were like dating.
Well, they started hooking up on set, and there's a rumor. Again, rumor. I don't know any of this.
I mean, the amount of drama universe that's been created in the last 48 hours about this entire film is insane.
But also, I guess people say well, Florence is friends with Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
So Olivia says they were already broken up, so that it was all weird. So I don't know what's going on, except that I know that I know someone who was working on the movie, and while they were filming it, they were like, this is fucking terrible.
Wow, really?
They were just like, there's so much drama. She's now the director is sleeping with a lead actor, which makes it very uncomfortable to then be directing him in sex scenes if you're the other actress being like, well, cool, please direct me when you guys just had sex in a trailer 20 minutes ago and now he has to pretend to have sex with me. A lot of stuff. All that said, if any of them ever want to work with me,
we have pitches for you. Don't worry.
Is open. But Harry Styles did not spit on him. Come on. Unless he just got Botox numbed. It's not his fault.
Sometimes you can't help it. The the internet, I just love all the Chris Pine memes because he looks I saw the one that was just Florence says something about refilling her Aperol spritz. Harry Styles says something about the history of cinema, and Chris Pine is astral projecting to the Swiss Alps currently.
It's crazy. I mean, I do feel bad because Harry clearly could probably talk at length about music and has done a million press things for that, but he probably didn't get media training for this. And the quote of him that's like, I like this movie because it's a movie. It's it's a film.
That stuff, I already understand the context of it being cringy that I cannot bring myself to watch.
I could only watch him saying it with the angle on Chris Pine. Yeah. When then someone posted the actual footage of Harry saying it, I was like, I can't do it. But so many ways I was listening to it and I was like, I feel like that's how I sounded on every VidCon panel.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, you just have to be completely
it's authenticity and consistency over time. And audiences don't pay you in money; they pay you in attention. Okay, blah blah. Oh,
and then also being
Helbig.
You need to be completely transparent in who you are, but also have a wall up because you have to protect your privacy. And you need. It was just a
definitive
hurricane of contradictions.
Yeah.
But anyway, I do not think he spit on him because he's the most well-liked guy, right? What? Wouldn't Olivia Wilde have been like, what the fuck?
I just love that a PR person this morning had to clarify for the world that that's not what happened. But I did come up with a kudja based off of that.
Oh, I'm into it.
Okay. And now this goes kind of in line with your mouth situation.
Oh, it's a very mouthy day. Sometimes we're with the culinary arts. Sometimes we're all about that mouth.
Okay, so kudja. They're perfect, but once a week they accidentally spit a little bit on someone. Oh. And you don't know when it's going to happen. And it's always seemingly an accident. It's not a big thing. They can't control it when it happens. And it's on someone. You don't know if it's going to be you or a stranger that you're out with. You don't even know if you're going to necessarily be with that person when it happens. But it's just once a week that happens a little bit.
I have a follow-up question. Because if it's on me, it'd be gross, but it's also we have sex. Who cares? If it's on another person, does your partner apologize, or do you have to sit there while you watch a person react and have to act like it didn't happen?
It's it could go either way. If their partner realizes that it's happened and that moment, then they're apologizing. It's always like, oh God, I'm so sorry. Like almost that it's a medical condition, but it's like you don't know when it's going to happen.
I could deal.
You could deal?
I could deal because first of all, Chip and I only see each other like 1 week out of the month.
That's true.
So keep it long distance.
Yeah.
But then also, I feel like for one mildly uncomfortable thing that's now.
And if it happens, I'd be like, babe, did you spit on anyone yet today? Because then I got the rest of the week clear.
Yeah, because then they've ripped the Band-Aid off. It's more like, I think spitting on someone out of anger is the most disgusting.
Yeah, terrible.
Like infuriate. Like I'd rather get hit than spit.
Like I don't want either.
I don't want either. Wait, that's not way.
But spitting, is
that felt like two different words. I don't want either.
You went to both ends of the ocean with that accent. Spitting is a.
Oh God, it's so rude. It's so rude.
Just I don't like it at all.
I think it's so gross. I think I told you when I went to visit Chip when they were filming in Denver, and I told you we went to that game and we had like a box and everyone got ripped, and I remember I was like a 25-year-old made out with like a 60-year-old usher. But also that same person was trying to just spit in people's mouths. And I was truly like, Chip, if I see this, I will throw up. I will I'm starting to get a little. I got nothing to puke up. I know, you
gotta save all your nutrients.
My super porridge. Stay down, super porridge.
You gotta save your nutrients.
Oh my God.
No, that to me is so gross. I couldn't even. Okay, well that's. Could you? Someone that wants to spit in your mouth once a week? No, I couldn't do it. I'm gonna shit my pants again.
I'm not even kidding. The super porridge is here.
All right.
Okay, let's change it. Change the subject. Palate cleanse. Let me tell you. I was watching Drag Race. I'm like feeling it go back down like cement. I was watching Drag Race a couple weeks ago, and I had my phone out, and I went to the bathroom or something, and I put my phone down, and not realizing that I had hit Siri.
Oh no.
And no, it's nobody.
Oh, okay.
Now there's allegations. No. And I come back and I pick it up and realize Siri's been, and then I just stop it.
Yeah.
And Siri just goes, "That's not nice." like Siri had been listening to the drag queens fight in the dressing room, and then just responded with, "That's not nice."
Not nice.
I was like, "Oh my God, I wish I could like leave that as a review on the Wow app."
I love that.
Man.
Okay, I found this article about this job earlier. This has become my new, one of my delightful things.
I think I know what this is, but
the job where the guy gets paid to do nothing.
I had a completely different job.
Oh, okay. No, this one, it's so interesting to me because this is coming up like a lot lately. These really odd jobs that people are paying for. This is in Tokyo. Shoji Morimoto has a job they're calling dream job where he gets paid to pretty much do nothing. He's 38 years old. He lives in Tokyo. He basically gets paid about 10,000 yen or around $71 on average per booking to accompany clients to kind of simply exist as a companion and to do a variation of things. So he rents himself out just as like a human person to be in a situation with someone else.
But is it like rent a friend, or he's
Sort
coming
of.
there to be like, "Hey, we shouldn't do anything today. Be lazy."
He's been rented for all different things. He said one time someone just wanted to go with a person to the park and play on a seesaw. He's done that.
Okay.
He's beamed and waved through a train window at a complete stranger who just wanted a send-off on their train ride.
Oh my God.
And he doesn't do... it doesn't mean that he won't do anything. He's turned down offers to move a fridge.
Well, he's not a TaskRabbit.
And to go to Cambodia. And he doesn't take any sexual requests at all.
God bless.
Yeah, last week he said he sat opposite of this woman who was 27 years old, a data analyst, who wanted to be out in public in a sari. She wanted to be out in an Indian garment, but she thought her friends would feel embarrassed, so she invited and paid for him to come along and have like tea and like cake with her.
Oh my God.
Public. Yeah, and so this is now his job. He's got like a few 100,000 followers on Twitter, which is where he finds most of like the clientele, I guess, for this.
Wow.
And this is all he does. He just is taking requests of like seemingly harmless endeavors.
How much? What I wonder is when you talk about seesaw,
Yeah.
sitting across from a sari, a woman dressed in a sari, and also waving at the train.
Yeah.
Like all of those feel like they could be companions who don't have to make conversation.
Yeah.
That's my question. Does it become like, hi, sit across from me and we'll have lunch and learn about each other, or like we'll just basically cosplay as friends who know each other, or like just come, you don't even really have to talk, because these sound like things he's not gabbing.
Yeah, it seems like it might be more of the last one. It says that he doesn't disclose, this job supports his wife and his family, but he declines to disclose how much he actually makes. But he says he sees about 1 to 2 clients a day, and before the pandemic it was 3 or 4 clients a day.
Wow.
And so it seems like it's that like third one where people just want like a human person there without the pressure to have to like get to know each other or make non-awkward conversation or whatever it is.
I wonder if he has a contract where like the number 1 rule is don't fall in love with me.
Yeah, well, he doesn't take any requests for anything sexual.
No, I know, but in general, if
But
you'd be
who
like, it
knows?
was so that's the rom-com version, is like, it was the first time I've ever felt comfortable sitting in silence with someone.
Well, that's
maybe there's
I
something
know.
here.
Well, this is the girl that he went out with in the Sari. She said to this journalist who wrote this article on Reuters that with my friends, I feel like I have to entertain them, but with the rental guy, Morimoto, I don't feel the need to be chatty. And the picture of them is just them at lunch, and he's on his phone while she's just like, well, they're both on their phones, just like
Wow.
not really talking to each other.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
Wow.
pretty wild.
I guess in a way, Grace, we are kind of that friend.
Yeah.
Via podcast.
Virtually,
You
yeah.
know, if you're like, oh, well, no, I mean, that's fine. I'm listening to my true friends, Grace and Mamrie.
Yeah, you can put your phone on the other side of a seesaw and just listen while you have a good time.
Put in earbuds.
Yeah.
Strap the phone across.
Yeah, let us
and
know
watch,
how it goes.
Watch the YouTube version. Oh my God.
I just think it's so fun to hear about all these wild.
I'm gonna follow him. I wish it was an Instagram.
He might have. He probably has both. I mean,
Okay.
this was just talking about his Twitter specifically, but yeah. To me, it sounds so interesting and harmless, and then my obvious, concern side is like, this is dangerous.
I love that you're worried about a grown up.
I am
Going-
worried about everyone.
I mean, but thus far, it sounds like they're only meeting in public places.
Yeah, it seems like it's vetted pretty heavily by him, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows kind of how to handle the
Also, people don't
situations.
have guns in Japan, so
Yeah, that's true.
So you're good.
Yeah.
On that note, I wanted to tell everyone, speaking of Patreon, because we are doing a live stream on Patreon for like all patrons.
All patrons.
All Patreon wide. If you are a patron of any tier, come hang out with us. What is the date?
The 24th of September.
You truly just sounded like the guy who announces Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Punxsutawney Phil. But we are doing like a basic bitch fall autumn fest.
Yes.
We're pumpkin spice aplenty. We got those earth tones, maybe some fake leaves. We
Yes.
don't know what all we're doing yet, but we just
2
know-
p.m.
2
PST.
p.m.
I had to double check the
I
time.
know.
Oh, also.
So hold on, one quick thing. So if you have thought about joining Patreon, come join us. It's really fun. We have the book club going on all tiers. We have this live stream happening. It's just a good time.
It'll be
a good time.
super, super fun. We never really do live streams.
We'll have the video of me slurring.
Yes. Maybe we'll do some impersonations. We'll see. The other news is that we had talked about this previously about the person that runs our unofficial like TikTok.
Oh yeah.
We are now working with that person,
Yes.
and that is our official This Might Get Weird TikTok, and we'll be uploading, May is her name. She'll be uploading there for us on a weekly basis, so you can interact with May over there, and also if you have stuff you want to share with her to us about stuff to talk about on the podcast, for example, feel free.
Yeah, she was already building out amazing clips from episodes, and people thought like, oh, this must be the official one because it's This Might Get Weird. You know what I mean?
And we weren't doing jack shit over on TikTok.
Meanwhile, I'm like actual Mametown because someone already had Mametown. I think they might have deleted their account.
I know mine is This Is Grace Helbig.
Yeah. So go check it out. There's some really fun stuff.
Yes.
And oh God.
Mm-hmm. You doing all right?
I just need to eat something and quit thinking about spit.
Okay.
All right. This got weird.